You're now watching a brand new Driven Episodes. Today we linked with Djay Mando to talk the culture of DJing and what it's like to become successful in that field. So, tell me a little bit about yourself, like how you started, when you started, and what made you want to start.
I was about 14 or 15, so going into freshman year of high school when I started DJing.
Okay.
And the way it started, I went to a wedding anniversary party for a family friend, and I was bored as hell, so I just stood by the DJ and just watched what he was doing because I'm just real into music like that. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's music, I'm into it. So I kept feeding him requests, and the request that I gave him was like getting people on the dance floor dancing. So
What year was this?
Probably like 2009, 2010-ish. You know, the DJ noticed my interest, so he asked me if I wanted to learn, and I said yeah. So he would come over to my house every Sunday for the whole summer, and just show me the basics of DJing, give me the fundamentals. Shouts out Marcus Harshaw, that's the guy who taught me. And
What's his DJ name?
DJ Marcus.
So how did you transition from being in high school to college, especially at that University of Wisconsin, and it being a huge party school and known for its parties?
Yeah, so, you know, high school I was pretty underground with the whole like DJing thing. Like people didn't really know I DJ'd like that, you know what I'm saying? It was just a hobby, kind of like just playing hoops. It's like, yeah, I play hoops and like DJ from time to time, you know what I'm saying? I never really got in front of a crowd. It was really just me downloading a whole bunch of music and just practicing on it. Just when I had nothing to do or when I was done with homework, I would just go practice DJing in my basement, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for 4 years, I just was just in the basement practicing, and then once I got to college, there was one of the first things I saw on campus was, do you want to be a DJ? And I saw that, I'm like, well, I already consider myself a DJ, so yeah, I would like to. And I walked up, and that was a booth for WSUM, which was the student radio station on campus.
Yeah.
So I got involved with the radio station, and that was basically my first consistent way of reaching an audience with my DJing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there was like the house parties and things like that, and then you know it just kind of rolled on from there. I hadn't really done too many parties. Like it was less than once a month when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? So being on the radio gave me something consistent. I had something once a week where I had to be a personality and be somebody who could act like there was a whole bunch of people listening.
Yeah.
But in the radio, in the studio, it's really only just me. I'll be like, what's up everybody? And there's literally nobody that I can see in front of me. You know?
Right.
But there might be people listening. So it forced me to be comfortable as far as speech and being a public speaker, and I made a concerted effort to cut out words like and things like that. And I'm out of practice now because I don't really DJ on the radio like that, but it just forced me to pick up those habits so that when I pick up a microphone or go on the air, go live, I'm not stumbling over my words and umming and uhing a lot, you know what I'm saying? So,
did you finish school? Like, did you go all 4 years?
Yep, I graduated last December.
Okay.
I got a degree in marketing. By the time I graduated, I knew I want to be full-time DJing. I want to be DJing full-time. I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't want any of that. I never want to see school again unless I absolutely have to.
Right.
And I want to be a DJ. And by the time I graduated, that's exactly what I did. So.
Now, at what point did you decide that you needed some type of management or some type of team behind you?
I got involved with Lucian Parker. Yep.
Okay.
Lucian Parker, he was a student in the dorm that I was an RA at. Lucian asked his RA if he knew or if she knew any DJs because he was looking for a DJ, he was a rapper. And so she thought of me and asked me to link up with him, and I did, and I started DJing for him. And he also had a manager. His name was Brendan Halig, who ran Strange Oasis Entertainment.
Okay.
And so.
And what's that?
It's like Strange Oasis is a management company and concert curator, live event type stuff. So they put on concerts and manage artists. And you know, I noticed I'm a part of a team, and because up to that point I'd only ever done everything by myself.
By yourself?
You know, like word of mouth, not even really that much online interaction. It was just people rocked with me as a person, and so when I would ask them, yo, you should come to my concert, they would do that, and then they would go to my concert, see what I could do as a DJ, and they, you know, get really excited about that. I figured a DJ has two roles, you know, a DJ could be his own thing, have his own set, his own performance, be his own artist, but a DJ should also, especially a hip hop DJ, should also be able to be in a supporting role. And so, you know, being in that supporting role made me want to have my own, you know, persona so that I could be somebody that had a team around him as well. You know, it shouldn't, I didn't want to be the DJ where you don't think of me unless somebody else's name is attached to it. I wanted to be able to go off and be like, oh yeah, that's Djay Mando, and he also DJs for this rapper, this rapper, this rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be defined by another person's career. And I tried to convince Brennan to bring me on as like an artist of his, or have him be my manager so that he can manage my business.
Yeah.
But he didn't think I was all that at first, and so, you know, I just shook it off and kept doing my thing until it was at the point where it was literally undeniable. I made a point that entire year to stunt on all of Strange Oasis because it had more than just one owner, right? There's another person who was actually my co-host on the radio show that I had. He was a co-owner of Strange Oasis. His name was Danny Schwartz. And he was in Brennan's ear talking the whole time, like, I'm not that good of a DJ, and I don't have what it takes to be something great. Yeah. And so I remember, like, at the Waka Flocka show, I wore a shirt that had a quote of something that he said a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. In January 2016, we were all on tour. Lucian was on tour. We were, you know, traveling around, and I was DJing. And he told me, Danny told me to my face, he was like, "There's other DJs in Madison that are doing what you're doing." When I was talking about, you know, Strange Oasis should manage me. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like,
you used it as inspiration.
Wow, you know. So that was like the guy that was next to me for probably 3 years, the majority of my DJ career in college, talking down on me. So I basically just used it as motivation. That entire year, I just did everything that I could to show people I'm the only guy in Madison that can do what I do. Right. You know, things like that. I'd never really come face to face with hate before. Yeah. Everybody had always told me, like, I've only ever heard good feedback. That was the first time I heard negative feedback, and so I made a point to prove that wrong, not just for him and to make him feel dumb about it, but for me to prove to myself, like, it, you know, I feel like I got something and I believe in myself. And so to be able to say and honestly believe that I proved that statement wrong, that I'm the only one, or that there are other DJs in Madison that can do what I do, to be able to prove that wrong, and to see people saying, not even me like asking them, they'll just say on their own, like, yo, you're the coldest DJ in the city, best DJ in the state, and things like that. It's like, it's so cool. And my goal as a DJ was to bring people together through music, through hip hop, and I feel like I've definitely done that in my city. You know, I completely turned the club upside down from an EDM venue to a hip hop venue, or a venue that at least embraces all types of music and all types of people.
So that brings me to my next question, talking about rappers. Drake or Kendrick? Why?
Drake, because he's more fun. They all have their own way of doing it, but Drake is he just does it in a way that's more fun. You know, Kendrick will do stuff that'll like make you really think and contemplate about problems, but Drake will do something for the everyday person. You know, like you go through a breakup, Drake got you. You know, you're in some beef. If you listen to the way Drake goes through beef, it'll just be on some like Like, I'm not even gonna say your name. I'm gonna just let you know that you messed up. And the things he says are just like, if you know this situation, you'll be like, ooh, damn, you know, that hurt. I know that person's sick right now and they can't even do anything about it.
My next question, I see you have a Djay Mando hat on. What's the importance of brands, branding for DJs, branding for just an artist yourself in this day and age of technology, branding, currency being made different ways from how artists bring in the bag?
Mm-hmm. I just want you to like know. I want to establish a certain symbol, kind of like Adidas, you know, or Nike. If you see the swoosh, you know it's Nike. If you see that flower without the brand name, you know it's Adidas, you know. And this M right here is a part of my entire logo, but just the M, that's the sign, that the signal that it's Mando, you know.
Wrapping it up, my last question I always ask all of my guests: what really pisses you off that you see colleagues of yours do that you would like to maybe shine a light on and kind of say, no, don't do that, do it this way?
So to me, one thing that really frustrates me is, and one of the reasons why I became a DJ, I noticed how much power DJs have. You know, I would go to Summerfest as a kid, and I'd be one of those 12,000 in the crowd watching a DJ not even engaging with the crowd, you know, like there's so many DJs that play music that are DJs because they want to play the music that they want to hear versus playing the music that other people, that everybody who's there wants to hear. And DJs won't engage with the crowd, you know, they'll just be in their headphones and just like on their board doing whatever, but nobody cares because they're not saying anything and they're not playing music that people want to hear. So those are the two biggest things, you know. I want to see DJs, especially hip-hop DJs, not get shy on the mic. You got to talk to people and let people know it's okay to turn up. But also for DJs in general, you got to know when it's okay to play music that everybody doesn't know and that people don't necessarily want to hear, so that you can break a new record or create a style for them. And you also have to know when to play the music that everybody wants to hear. Those are two big things for me. Just being able to engage with your crowd, because that's something that's made me wildly successful.
Before we go, I need you to show off those off-whites.
Oh yeah.
Plot them up on the table, please.
It's Hyper Dunks right here, you feel me?
Wow.
Off-white Hyper Dunks.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming through.
Absolutely.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, man. Cool.